For the presenter and the participants, good afternoon. I'm Elena Lee. It's an honor to be here to present my paper. The topic is User Persona and the Semantic Differential Method to assist undergraduate students learning product design. In the product design course in Taiwan, we often spend more time on concept, markup, modify, and prototype, and spend short time on design analysis. This makes students often ignore the importance of user preferences or need due to more time focused on the visual presentation of their products. Therefore, many students do not well adopt the systematic design method to identify user needs to complete their design. Before the study, there were courses require students to design product appearance through SD method. In this study, we ask students will aid the concept of user-centered design. We want to reduce the differences between the two parties' perceptions of product semantics to bridge the gap between users and the designers. We hope that we can find out the students' learning experience to inspect whether the integrated application of the two methods, persona and SD method, can help the students achieve their design goals. So, the purpose of the study is to establish a teaching model for product design course through the integration of the persona and SD method, and to teach students to apply the persona and SD method to complete their product design. Finally, to point out the gap between product design goals and the design results to examine the feasibility of the teaching model. Persona is a transformation and the representation of a group of real users to help designers understand their target users. In this study, we require the students to list a persona's basic internal and external list, such as lifestyles, habits, and list of product issues, and so on. There were 10 steps for the implementation of persona, and we asked students to finish the top 6 steps. That is, stick users, establish hypothetic users, confirm hypotheses, identify regular user patterns, and make the user profile, finally define the scenarios. This is one of the examples that one students how they make their persona profiles, you can see. Regarding the SD method, product appearance design is divided into 2 dimensions. One is physical features, which means the features of product appearance, such as shape, color, material, and other elements. The other one is the expressive features, which means the emotional features expressed by the appearance that are more difficult to be identified. How to measure the SD method to measure the semantic perceptions of a stimuli issue and present user experience in a visual manner. It is generally suggested that at least 3 pairs of adjectives be provided the participant to measure the semantic of a product. Designers could establish pairs of bipolar adjectives in alignment with their product image goals. In this study, we also use the image scale as a tool for product analysis. We ask students to interview users and collect the relative images and put on the images on the image scales. You can see the figure. And the pairs of adjectives will 2 sides, you can see. And finally, after put on the images, we ask students to set their design goals. So in this study, we ask students first interview 1 users and then collect images related to their design issue. And then to identify the product design opportunity, according to at least 150 images on image scale. And they have to select 3 pairs of bipolar objectives to set their design goals. So they have to place the relevant images based on the 150 images, and then according to the image scale to set their design goals. Finally, they have to develop their design concept and use the persona and SD method to do the evaluation at the midterm and the final evaluation. So the research question is that because we spend more time on the concept, mock-up, modify, and the prototype, so the relationship between the design analysis and the design practice is weak. In the new model, we hope we can spend more time on the design analysis and to help students set clear design goals. So teachers can avoid to affect the students' design due to their own appearance. And also students can finish their design based on their design goals. So the persona and SD method were adopted as a tool for assistant design analysis and the development design concept. And this can help students set clear design goals. The most important is that the SD method can be used to perform the midterm and the final design evaluations. And then the students can understand the gap between their own design and the expected design goals. There were 18 second-year undergraduate students in this course, and 2 hours at a time for a total of 18 weeks in this course. Persona is used to help students to analyze target users' needs, and the SD method is used to adopt it as the BIOS for analyzing the image scale for user style. In this course, we ask students have to set 1 pair of objectives for physical features and 2 pair of objectives for expressive features as the design goals. So this is the instructional design as you can see the table. In the first week, we will announce the design topic and then help students how to make the persona profile. Students have to interview 1 users and collect relevant images. In this course, we will divide students into the team according to the attributes of their interviews. Each team can obtain at least 3 interviews, interview result, and 150 images. And at the second phase, the persona and SD method will be combined. We will also teach students how to use the SD method. All the students will have 97 pairs of objectives to be chosen. And then students have to finish 3 image scales and from the image scales to find out the design opportunity based on users' needs. And then they have to set their design goals. And at the phase 3, based on the persona and SD method, they have to develop their design concept. The most important is that they will have twice assessment. One is at the midterm evaluation and one is the final evaluation. This is one of the example of the midterm and the final evaluation items as you can see the table. In the midterm assessment, each team have to provide a proposal image of A3 size. But in the final evaluation, each team have to provide an A2 poster with prototyping. And the evaluate will be the experts, peers, and the interviews of each team. So each team have to set 3 design goals as you can see. And we will do the midterm and the final assessment to collect the relevant data. And the evaluator will be the experts, peers, and the interviewers. After we collect the data, we will explore the gap between the design goals and the midterm final data through the single sample t-test. And then we will perform the comparison of midterm and the final design goal gaps through the paired sample t-test. Also, we will ask students to fill out the self-evaluation scale on learning effectiveness at the end of the semester. The scale have the three factors, that is cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. After all the data analysis result is showed, we will invite 6 students from 2 teams that made progress to that regress, and the 2 teams from remain flat that were selected for interviews. The study results show that finally there were 14 design teams and each team had different design topics. And there were 2 teams adjusting the set values of the image point based on the feedback from the evaluator after the midterm assessment. This is one of the examples that how we summarize the data analysis. As you can see, each team has 3 pairs of objectives, and we will show out which pairs is reach the design goals at the midterm assessment or final assessment. And we will show out how much the pair of objectives is reached the design goals at the end. Regarding to the peers and the interviews evaluation, there were almost half of pairs of objectives reached the design goal. And regarding to the result of learning effectiveness scale, as you can see, the analysis result, each factor will reach the significant standard. This shows that students consider the learning effect of this course was positive in their self-evaluation. And based on my teaching observation and the interview result, we find out that the teams with improved performance and the performance that remain flat, the student is better understand the method operation, and then they will continue to examine the gap between their design goals. Upside, the teams with regressed performance, they were insufficient to understand the method from the beginning of the course, and maybe with less learning motivation. Moreover, regarding to the half of the pairs of objectives reach the design goals, we infer that it is because students' learning experience in the last semester. This also shows that the possibility of improvement the design method through multiple operations. In conclusion, students point out that the design topic is appropriate, and this can help them to leverage their design ability. And also, the numbers of pairs of objectives is sufficient, and the 3 pairs of objectives set as the design goals were appropriate. The most important is that many students point out that the midterm assessment can help them to find out their design blind spots, and this makes them have more time to adjust their designs. So the persona can help students design according to the target group and find the user needs. And the SD method can assist the students in setting out the direction of product appearance. The integration of the 2 design directions of user-centered design and the product appearance design together can help students to get closer to the design goals. Thanks for your attention.